welcome to Hump Day Bar Hopping with Stylaquin. I'm your host and the Stylaquin founder, Sarah Fletcher. Today we're going to be talking about events and interactions. Search engines refer to individual interactions with a website as events or user interactions. An event is any action a user takes on a website, such as clicking a link, filling out a form, or watching a video. The most important events counted by Google, or any search engine, are those that indicate user engagement with a website. These events can include, but are not limited to, page views. This is the most basic event, and it simply counts the number of times a page on a website is viewed. Sessions. A session is a group of interactions that a user has with a website within a certain period of time. Typically, sessions are counted over a 24-hour period. Time on page. This is the amount of time a user spends on a particular page on a website. Bounce rate. This is the percentage of users who visit a page on a website and then leave without visiting any other pages. That one you see a lot. Conversion events. These are the events that indicate that a user has taken a desired action, such as making a purchase or signing up for a newsletter or giving you their email. Google uses these events to calculate a variety of metrics, and there's a Hump Day Bar Hopping about that, such as website traffic, engagement, and conversion rates. These metrics can be used to track the performance of a website and to make improvements. For example, if a high percentage of users click on a particular link or spend a long time on a certain page, search engines may consider that page to be highly relevant to a user's search query. Right? Makes sense. Similarly, if a large number of users interact with a website's social media buttons or share its content on social media, search engines may see that as a sign of high quality content. Which also makes sense. If everyone's sharing, it's got to be good, right? Tracking events and user interactions and pairing that with the amount of time visitors spend on a site is how search engines quantify user engagement. They use that information to rank your site for search results. So the higher your site ranks, the more people they're going to send. It's very simple math. It's shockingly simple compared to how complex all the variables that they bring in are very complex. And there's a lot of them, but the equation itself is actually just like the more people engage with a website, the more Google and Bing and the search engines go, oh, I should send my searchers there. So when you look for ways to increase events and customer interactions, you get the usual list of things like improve website design. Could that be more vague? Create high quality content. Well, duh, because we're all trying to create crappy content, right? Optimize for SEO. Okay, there's some stuff there, but that's just a slog. You just got to go through it. Leverage social media. Okay, but again, social media is more about conversations and interactions and talking and getting that into your content. That's some ninja level shit there. That's like hard to do. Anyway, so all that's great. But what you really want to do, like if you're going to boil this all down to one thing, what you really, really, really want to do is just get your customers clicking, sharing, and exploring. In short, you want them to interact with your website more, right? You want them to do more stuff on your website. That's really all the search engines are looking for. Like if someone goes on a website and leaves, it's probably not the right place to send a searcher. They want you to go mess around, do some stuff, hopefully buy. The spin to win wheels, you've probably seen those do that. Customers spin to see if they get a big discount, and search engines count that as an extra click. It costs you some margin because you are giving out discounts, but it is a click, and every click counts. So you got to do the math on is that going to work for you? Social sharing buttons also help with clicks. Make sure they open in a new tab so your customers don't get sucked into their Facebook or Instagram feed and stop shopping, because that's not what you want. Okay. And the last one, Stylaquin, close to my own heart. Adding Stylaquin to your site can increase events by a whopping 90% for Stylaquin shoppers. Now, not all shoppers are going to use Stylaquin when they shop, but increasing events by 90% for 20% of your customers, that is still a significant improvement. I'll give you a quick demo at the end of this video so you can see how Stylaquin makes shopping more fun, and that's why Stylaquin shoppers view 185% more products and stay 70% longer, and then come back 25% more often still. But anyway, the best advice, so stay to the end. So the best advice I can give you is to test and experiment. What works for one store may not work for your store because you have different products and a different customer. Like you think about someone that's got a 65-year-old customer is not going to have the same issues, problems, or concerns that someone that's got an 18-year-old customer does. So the spin to win wheels work great for customers that are looking for a bargain, but if you have a very high-end customer, that may actually turn them off. So Stylaquin works best for stores with more than 20 products, but you may want to focus on social media, or you may find that social media is not what's moving the needle. You got to try something, and that's the end. You got to do the do. Try something, give it 3 to 6 months, then measure the response, rinse and repeat. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something valuable. Please like and share if you did. And I hope you'll stay for a quick tour of Stylaquin. We'll see you next week on Hump Day Bar Hopping with Stylaquin. So Stylaquin is the green bar over here. And by the way, you can add Stylaquin in about 4 clicks to any Shopify site. And you can change the color of the bar to match your website. You can completely brand it. We're going to go over to women's, and then we're going to drag a product onto the Stylaquin bar. What? And that's where you get this fabulous full page layout. And you don't have to do anything. This happens automatically. It's going to take all the images in your Shopify carousel, and it's going to turn it into this beautiful, beautiful layout. So if you like something, you're going to add it to your idea board. And these are all the things that I just threw on there so you wouldn't have to watch me do a whole bunch of shopping. And Stylaquin allows shoppers to collect all the things that interested them. Like they're not ready to buy, but they're like, yeah, that's cool. I like it. You know, if you've ever watched a woman shop, she has 17 open tabs. And by the way, the comment I get from most men is, I would totally shop that way. But I invented it for women. Anyway, so if you want to add something to your cart, you just drop it into your cart from Stylaquin. If you want to take it out of your cart, you take it out of the cart. You can move things around. You can change colors. You can change sizes. It gives you total control over, it's like a pre-cart. You know, it's a persistent pre-cart. Stylaquin makes shopping faster and more fun. So shoppers will look at about 185% more products when they use Stylaquin, and they'll spend about 70% more time on site. Great stats, right?